Your station for up-to-the-minute news, intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversation. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by BTC, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, CNC Hardware Locksmithing, Dunkin' Donuts, Fine Threads, First Caribbean Bank, Island Wholesale, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, J.S. Johnson, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, and Tropical Gyros.
Loaded to the Friday edition, the Friday, February 10th edition of Talking Heads, your boy Naughty and your company, right up until 6 p.m. We are live at Duncan Carmichael, getting it in. And, of course, you know, we're going to break down all the goodness that's going on at Duncan Carmichael in short order. But before we get into the show, you know, I like to keep it in and get you where you want to go. I got to pick up my crew over there from CNC Hardware and Locksmith. And don't forget, they got a great sale going on right up until the 14th of February. All right? They got a great sale going on car keys, all right? If you need to get your keys programmed, you need to get new keys cut, that's what's going on. You be sure to check them out at CNC Hardware and Locksmith, and located Mackey Street opposite Cartwright's Garage. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., all right? Don't forget, they cut and program almost any car key and provide quality service. Give them a call, 803-4899 or 393-4058, 393-4058. That's CNC Hardware and Locksmith. Fully endorse them, man. Go check them out. They're doing big things for you, and they got a great sale going on up until the 14th, all right? In addition to that, they got great home alarm systems and security systems, so be sure to check them out on that as well. Now, like I said, we are at Duncan Carmichael, and we're doing big things at Duncan Carmichael. Yes, man, and Duncan's doing big things. Let me tell you something. They got something back on the menu that I absolutely love. You know, they had a version of it before. They got a brand new version of it right now. All right? It's the new Italian mozzarella chicken sandwich from Dunkin'. It's loaded with juicy chicken, marinara sauce, a general drizzle of pesto sauce, and it's all topped off with melted cheese and served on a warm, flaky croissant. Now, I get it by itself. I get it with a combo. It's going on, though, and it is all good. I already had one since I got here, fully endorsed, so you definitely want to take advantage of that. Check out the brand new Italian mozzarella chicken sandwich from Dunkin' today. And it's waiting on you at your favorite Dunkin' location, all right? All of them. Downtown Bay Street, Paradise Island, Palmdale, Burnett Road with the drive-through, East Street South with the drive-through, Carmichael, the newest location where we're at today, and don't forget at the airport, pre-clearance, post-clearance. So no reason for you not to be running on Duncan. All right, so you know how to chime in now. Let me get you your info how to chime in because I got your trivia lined up, and of course, you know, we're going to get into the headliners who are what's making headlines in the 242, all brought to you, of course, by Fine Threads. But before I do that, let me hook you up with your info so you know how to get it in and you know how to get it on. All right, phone lines are open, 323-6232, 325-4316, 326-4259. Text lines powered by BTC, 422-GR96, that's 422-4796. Stream us live, take us wherever you want to go, GuardianTalkRadio.com, that's GuardianTalkRadio.com. Cable channel 969, BTC Flow channel 612. All right, here's your trivia. This is a good one today, too. Don't get caught up. Let me check out some of these texts. Oh, Lord. Listen, y'all Texas, y'all can't blame me for what Lang just do to y'all, you know. Y'all got to talk to Chicago. Oh, Lord. Great show as usual, Naughty. Because of DJ Lang music, I had to call my girl and I had to extend the lunch break. Tell Lang if my girl pregnant in November, I will need him to contribute to the Huggies Pampers contribution. Lang, you hear what your listeners saying? You could be a godfather by November. Just remember which show that was, okay? That was the 2 to 4 slot. No godfather duties from 4 to 6, okay? I'll hook you up with Duncan, though. Y'all off the chain, man. Y'all crazy. All right, for y'all Texans who want to know yesterday's answer, the answer was underwear. We had a winner yesterday. And at the very end, via the text line, and it was underwear. All right? And, of course, you know what you're playing for today. Playing for Joker's Wild Party Passes. Okay, great show over there. Headliner L.A. Reid, feature comedian Stephanie Wood. And yours truly, funny show from start to finish. Doors open at 8:15. Showtime is 9 p.m. sharp. We're located between the Carl and the Beach Tower over there at the beautiful Atlantis. And like I said, take advantage of it. Come get your laugh on. 2 for 1 on all locals. 2 for 1 on all locals. So take advantage of that. Come get your laugh on. You got Dunkin' coupons, KFC coupons, and lunch or dinner your choice from Naughty Johnny's. So the bag is fully loaded. All right, this is a good one right here. Recent survey of 100 Bahamians, 50 men, 50 women who regularly shop in Florida or in foreign. All right, recent survey revealed that 68% of those Bahamians who shop in Florida have done this while shopping in Florida and have forgotten this while shopping in Florida. What is it? That's your mind-bending brain teaser. Recent survey, 100 Bahamians, 50 men, 50 women who shop in Florida. The survey revealed that 68%, or 68 out of 100, have forgotten this while shopping in Florida. What is it? That's your mind-bending brain teaser. You got between now, the news, and the top of the 5 o'clock hour to get you in. And always one texter to just jump right up and come with an answer and wrong out the gate. All right. Now we got that out of the way. Let's get up into the headliners. Who are what's making headlines in the 242? All brought to you, of course, by Fine Threads. New arrivals in stock right now. Both Fine Thread locations, Top of the Hill, Mackey Street, the flagship store, and the Southwest Shopping Plaza location. All right? Be sure to check them out Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. All right? Or, of course, check them out online, finethreads.com, finethreads.com. Do your shopping online, then arrange for pickup at any one of those convenient Fine Thread locations. And as we jump on in, let's check out what's blazing up the pages of the Nassau Guardian, news and views that matter since 1844. And I tell you, we've got lots to talk about today. Big headline today, Information Chief blasts Pintard. F&M leader, I misspoke. Information Commissioner Keith Thompson yesterday slammed opposition leader Michael Pintard for falsely claiming at an F&M meeting on Wednesday night that he was one of the officials written to for information, refused to even respond. Now, as it plays out, and Mr. Thompson was quoted out, he said that he received no correspondence. I am now saying that never happened. Mr. Pintard should produce whatever communication he says he sent to me in my capacity as the Commissioner of Freedom of Information. He has to produce that and say where he sent it. Never came to me. Now, Mr. Pintard was quoted as saying, "We have written the Commissioner with responsibility for the freedom of information and have not been able to access the relevant information that we need." Now, I'll tell you, all of this because they breaking some of the rust off the pack. Why all of a sudden now, everybody getting fired up because of the pack getting broken out and the dust blowing off and some WD-40 applied to the rust? Now, I'm with Mr. Thompson in the sense because I firmly believe too, if I'm not privy to it, if I didn't say it, I didn't accept it, I didn't receive it, don't put my name in it. So I can understand his point to defend his name. But at the same time, I have to say, it's refreshing to see some accountability from some of the leaders in the country. And Mr. Pintard conceded the point. He did say, "I'm prepared to concede that the intention was to send it to him, but in hindsight, he would have been the wrong person actually to have written to for assistance in getting any information." So yes, I do concede the point, but all of the other persons mentioned, all permanent secretaries were written to, and we have a copy of all the correspondence Pintard said. We did raise this through and the clerk wrote all of them. Now, the other ones that were written to have yet to respond. But it is refreshing to see Mr. Pintard own it. That speaks to transparency and accountability. And let's be real, we haven't seen that in a while in Bahamian politics. Not from the previous administration, not from this administration, not from some wannabe politicos. So, yeah, if this is what we're asking for as voters, then we can't frown on it when we see it play out. And let's be real. I'm getting some text right now. Look at this. Oh, God, I know y'all was coming. I know y'all was coming with it. Naughty, great show as usual. How many times did the Minister of Works misspeak? I like to call it lie, but misspeak in the House of Texas. Well, that's what you're calling it. But, yeah, that is a good point. How many times did the Minister of Works misspeak in the House of Assembly? And for the same time, if you're talking in reference to the BPL hedge matter, he misspoke on it, and the PM misspoke on it. They're still trying to figure out who misspoke the most and the worst on that one. So we'll keep an eye on it. But at the end of the day, if Mr. Thompson was not written to or did not receive correspondence, he should not be lumped into that lot that did receive correspondence and did nothing. So I get his point, but I also, appreciate the transparency and accountability from Mr. Pintard. JPL's overseeing FTX asked for 6-month extension. Yes. Now, why do you want a 6-month extension, though? I mean, isn't all the information readily available? My thing about this is I don't want this to get to the back pages. I don't want this to get like, oh, well, we'll check on it. No, we need to stay fresh in our mind because we need to eliminate bringing in those kind of investors in the future. All right, we need to set a precedent. No, it is a complex case. I'll give you that. So they may need some time to it, and I'm sure there's many layers to this onion. And if we want to find out, who, what, when, why, and how, and for example, like the 1,500 Bahamians were allowed to remove 100 million 24 hours before FTX went bankrupt, then I guess we got to be patient. But at the end of the day, we do want some answers. But remember, SBF goes on trial in October. So when you think about it, 6 months, we're in February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. You're cutting it close. You need 6 months and you're going to trial in 7 months? And is that 6 months real time or is that 6 months Bahamian time? Because if it's Bahamian time, we'd be looking at 2 years from now then. But you speed it up and get what you need it done because SBF can talk. He warming up now. He getting ready to sing falsetto, bizzetto, soprano, solo, in a choir, in a group, in a quartet. He about to sing. Canary ain't got nothing on him. So hurry the heck up, would you? Let's check the text lines again, but you're off the chain today. Okay, no. Naughty, I have a question. Speaking of shopping in Florida, has any Bahamian ever been to Arby's? And yes, I frequent Arby's all the time when I'm in the States. Good road comics do. We don't brag about it, but 3 in the morning, you can't find chicken in the bag, you'll do a Arby's. But Taco Bell trumps all of that if you're on the road foreign. But me, I'm not foreign. I'm here. So it's all about KFC. And Dunkin'. And Naughty Johnny's. And Tropical Jackrabbits. Ah, Lord. All right. Look here. Mr. Producer. Let the person know who just texted me parking place. They're my winner. Okay, so Mr. Producer, get the texter who just texted in parking place as the answer. They're the winner. 68% of Bahamians who shop in Florida forget where we park. We come out and be lost. I thought we did park on level 6. No, it was level 4. And we spent about an hour and a half walking in the parking lot just to find out where we parked. So whoever said parking place, you're my winner for today. Congratulations. Mr. Producer, we got all your information. And you can come and collect your prizes come Monday. All right, now to the business section. Now this one right here. And listen, Mr. Halkitis all right with me. I never deny, Mr. Halkitis, good football guy, loyal Dolphin fan, you know what I mean? But nonetheless, I got to call you on this one, Mr. Halkitis. Government's numbers optimistic but achievable. Responding to a recent analysis of the fiscal strategy report, which was late, by the way. I'm letting you all off the hook with that. By credit rating firm Moody's Investor Service, in which it called the Davis administration revenue collection and growth projections optimistic, Minister of Economic Affairs Michael Halkitis said yesterday, we have to be. The government has set an aggressive target of 25% of revenue to gross domestic product by fiscal year 2025-2026, with a target of 20% recurrent expenditure by the same time. Revenue is forecast at 22.9% of GDP in 2023-2024 and 24.4% in 2024-25. Halkitis said revenue is not really the issue. The bigger issue is unexpected expenses and having to support state-owned enterprises and emergencies that come up. So keep a rein on the spending. He said this during an Office of the Prime Minister press briefing. Rein in on the spending, but hold on, Mike. Hold on, Mr. Halkitis. 60 million in consultants. Come on, man. Say we need to rein it in. What about the travel budget? You need to rein that in a little bit too, man. Stay at home a little bit. Do some Zoom meetings. Just as effective. And save the bottom line. We must rein it in. Let's rein it in. Now, my question is, did they put back that idea? Because this one was floating around too, Mr. Halkitis, about letting tenants of landlords who owe property tax pay inland revenue directly. What type of foolishness is that? Say what? I'm still trying to figure that out, because when I first saw it, I was like, wait a minute. You want the tenants to pay the landlord's property tax in land revenue? You really trying to? Right after Lincoln, Bain, and the migrant situation, this might be the most combustible thing in all the land. Because I got landlords ready to hit the wall on this one. I mean, I know y'all want the taxes, but you might want to think long and hard about how you get those taxes and who you put the pressure on. I mean, it's a word to the wise. Y'all do want to get reelected, right? I'm just saying. You got landowners and property owners, they ain't flying to this. Anyhow, you can't say I didn't warn you, my good Dolphin friend. Oh, Lord. What else we got? Government to ensure Aberconians are paid by failed firm. Now, we kept an eye on this on the show because we talked about this in depth, kind of sounded the alarm on this because we thought that it was crazy that the 40 Bahamians could not be paid. Well, eventually, thanks to this show and a couple other shows in the social media network, I guess it fell on the right ears, but government to ensure 40 Aberconians are paid by failed firm, affirming that the Prime Minister will not allow any foreigners to take advantage of Bahamian workers. Office of the Prime Minister Press Secretary Clint Watson said yesterday government has intervened to ensure a development company which was building luxury homes on Abaco pays the Bahamian workers it has left in the lurch. Watson revealed last month, when we talked about it on this show, remember that's when it popped up, that the Prime Minister was looking into claims that a group of Bahamians working for the development company had not been paid since September 2022. Now, he said the company pulled out of the project before paying 40 Bahamian workers. Quoted as saying the company did not make good on its payroll for several months to the employees and then pulled out. The government was able to dialogue with the company and they have begun the discussions and talks. Some 40 Bahamians have outstanding payrolls. The Department of Labor has taken on this dispute. The Prime Minister will not allow foreigners or anyone to take advantage of Bahamian workers who abuse the Department of Immigration and the Department of Labor. Now, I'm glad they've taken it over, but when are they going to get paid? Because, no disrespect, but haven't we heard cases lingering before the Department of Labor for a long time? So at the end of the day, you could ensure, that's a big word, ensure. That means you're going to make sure they get paid. Hopefully, not as long as it took for them to get paid to get to this point, which was a year. Well, almost a year. September, October, November, December, January, February, March. But 7 months. So at the end of the day, they need to get paid. Okay? Now, to say in light of that, talks have begun to ensure that we get the money that's due to the Bahamian people. We will not endorse or allow this to continue in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, and when it's made known, we will immediately intervene. Okay, but now that you've intervened, you got to follow it through and make sure they get paid. So you've done a good job keeping us abreast with this information, Mr. Watson, which I commend you for. Now we need that, the finality of it, the final closure on it is a statement from the OPM when they're paid and let everybody know they have been paid. Because to say they're going to get paid is one thing. To make sure that they actually get paid is another. But I do like the fact that this administration is not going to allow foreign entities and foreign companies to exploit Bahamians any longer. And if you do it in this instance, then you have to do it across the board in every instance. So I think you're setting a good precedent with this. All right, Mr. Producer, almost ready to get to the break. It's sad that they had to go through this, to tell you the truth. It should have never happened. Okay? And they should have had their interest at heart from the break. So that's what we have to look at as well. And charge them interest on the money. Charge them interest. We owe, as citizens, everyday life, you put interest on your bill, right? They might let you say, okay, you got your bill, we can put a little interest on it. Well, put some interest on it. I guarantee you that'll accelerate them paying the Bahamians. And eliminate, any red tape that may be holding up. Just put the interest on it and let's make it happen. Now, we're going to get to the break, but before we get to the break, well, we'll pick it up on the flip side of the break, because we buzzing on today. That's a wrap on the headliners who are what's making headlines in the 2 all brought to you, of course, by Fine Threads. On the flip side of the break, we'll get into the buzz, all brought to you, of course, by John Shoes. And guess what? We got news about the injunction in shanty towns and possible demolitions all coming up, so keep it right where you got it, because the Friday, February 10th edition of Talking Heads live from Dunkin' Donuts Carmichael continues right after this.
With so much going on in the world today, only accepting cash at your business can be risky. Let Fidelity offer you and your customers safety, convenience, and the flexibility of a fixed or mobile terminal. Take it with you, on the move and on the go, because business should never stop. For more details, speak to one of our business development officers at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit our website at fidelitygroup.com or visit us at any of our branches.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
When I got prostate cancer, my family didn't know if I was going to live. At Cancer Treatment Centers of America, within days, I got an appointment. They presented me with treatment options, and we set up a robotic prostatectomy. When my scans came back, there are no signs of cancer. They don't see you as a number, they see you as a part of the family. I'm going on with my life. It's a real gift.
Call us at Cancer Treatment Centers of America.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. Whatever the occasion, John's is confident you will find what you're looking for among our always growing collection of amazing and trendy styles. We cover women, men, children, the whole family. Together with John's great prices and helpful and friendly customer service, your experience in shopping with us will be time well spent. Too busy to come in store? Shop with us online. www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small small home appliances. So come on in today at John's, where we put fashion at your feet.
Juicy fried chicken, mashed potatoes with gravy, and a hot buttery biscuit for only $5. That's genius! Part of the KFC Genius menu, the KFC $5 snack box delivers on flavor and value. Need to feed more than one? KFC's Great Picks has got you covered. Packed with 4 thighs and 4 legs, fried to golden perfection, plus 4 buttery biscuits for only $20. More genius! Hungry for deals? The Genius Menu at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
Here we go. J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents are the best. Reliable service, we've been on the scene, protecting since 1919. J.S. Johnson Insurance has the test. You'll always cover me. J.S. Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Talking Heads continues right now. The Friday, February 10th edition of Talking Heads continues right now. And we are live from Duncan Carmichael getting it in. Free for all Friday edition of Talking Heads. And like I said, we're live, Duncan Carmichael getting it in. So as we continue now, we wrapped up the headliners. Who are us making headlines in the 242, all brought to you, of course, by Fine Threads right before the break. And out of the break right now, we're getting into the buzz, all brought to you, of course, by John Shoes. And don't forget, John's new arrivals every Monday and Tuesday days, all right? Wide selection of shoes for men, women, and children, casual, formal, and athletic. And don't forget, like I said, new arrivals every Monday and Tuesday, ladies, just for you. And in addition to all of that goodness, John's now has small home appliances and cookware available for you as well. So be sure to check them at both locations, John's Plaza Carmichael and the flagship store on Rosetta today. And remember, at John's, serving you is a pleasure. All right, here we go. Let's get into it. This was pretty much buzzing today, folks. This has been the buzz everywhere. And kind of came out this afternoon, a little bit earlier. But the government is no longer restrained from evicting residents from shantytown land or disconnecting utilities after a ruling by Supreme Court Justice Cheryl Grant Thompson on Friday. So now we have a ruling. It took a minute, but we're finally here. The ruling, which Justice Grant Thompson called a matter of national importance, followed a previous injunction preventing the government from continuing the demolition of shantytown communities in Abaco and later extended to New Providence. At court on Friday, she ruled that the government's service of eviction notices was not unlawful and the injunction was discharged. The government may now resume demolitions and evictions. With regards to shantytowns in Nassau, however, she ruled that before any demolition of structures can take place, the governments must prove a risk to public health to the court first. The judge also told relevant parties of their right to appeal. All right. Now, this, according to a report in the dailies. Now, here's the deal. In accordance with all of the human rights treaties that we've signed on to internationally, let's get to doing what we need to do. The injunction has been moved. So now get to reclaiming Bahamian Crown land for Bahamians from illegal squatters. If they're on the land illegally, the injunction has been lifted, gets to doing your job. No more excuses. No more we got to wait for the judge. Make it happen. This country is a powder keg waiting to explode when it comes to the issue of immigration. Now is a golden opportunity to quell that, handle it properly, prevent loose cannons from shooting off even more, focus on getting the job done, and getting displaced Bahamians back to where they need to be, get their land back for them, and you're doing it within the accordance of the law. So once you honor the international human rights protocols and treaties that we've signed on to, which is very important, once you do that, get to doing what you need to do. Break out the bulldozers, get BPL in there, let's get the illegal power cut, and let's get these structures down. There's no more waiting, there's no more impasse. There's no more excuses. And if this administration is for Bahamians the way they claim to be, despite other propaganda floating around, then this is a golden opportunity for them to get to work. Minister says, this is a golden opportunity for you to get all the mud off your suit. You think people could really hold, well, I mean, we can still hold you for the potholes and we can still hold you for the BPL hedging, but maybe not as much if you do your due diligence right now as Minister of Housing and start getting rid of these shanty towns. Especially when they're in areas where you know it's viable to go ahead and do it. As the Minister of Works, let me clarify that. If I said the wrong ministry, I apologize because they're fired up on this. As Minister of Works, gets to step in. Like I said, the seat you save may be your own. Really. Because you ain't off to a good start with the potholes and the hedging, right? This actually could be your lifesaver right there, Mr. Sayers. And this administration indirectly can quell some of the propaganda that's being put out that this administration is more pro-foreign nationals than they are Bahamians. So it's an ample opportunity for a little rebound right now. But let's see how it plays out. I'd like to hear from you guys. Text on in and let me know how you feel about this breaking news. And you know, what it holds lingering on the horizon. Now, let's check the text lines because I had some texts come in too. Oh, Lord. Okay. Let's go back to the text lines because I got a lot of texts here, boy. Oh, Lord. Here we go. Okay, so we got our winner. Naughty, share the information with farmers about BASH. I got a worker from BASH. He's learning fast and he's willing to work. Let the farmers know the service is available. Well, I'm glad to know that you took my advice and you got somebody working out of BASH. And I listen, the number is in the phone book. BASH, reach out. My good friend, Mr. Terry Miller, has a great staff right there. They do great landscape work. They do yard work. They do painting. They do general cleanups. And, of course, they do farm work as well. So farmers out there, if you're looking for Bahamian laborers, please get in touch with my good friend Terry Miller at BASH. And let's get some of these Bahamians back to work and continue their rehabilitation doing a good thing. And I'm glad to know that it's working out for you, bro. Definitely good stuff right there. And I'm glad to know you farmers are still doing your thing. We need to get some more youngsters in that profession, though. Naughty, the PLP deliberately lied about the BPL hedge and compounded it by trying to justify it. BPL increase is prime example. The PM explained why he made a decision on something he earlier said he never saw or knew nothing about. Are these the same not paying tenants that get us behind in the first place? Why we can't pay our real property tax? Asking for a landlord. Thank you. Hey, the money those Haitians pay to come to the Bahamas, let them pay their own way back. Take the money from the captain. Boy, you're on a road today, boy, I swear. But we have to address it. We have to look at it, and it needs to be done. All right, Mr. Producer, let's get to the break. Second break. On the flip side of the break, we'll wrap things up here in the first hour. We're live, Duncan Carmichael. And then, of course, I got some FYI for you. So we'll get that to you. And then at 5 o'clock, we'll head to the news. So keep it right where you got it because the Friday, February 10th edition of Talking Heads continues right after this.
Flavor alert! The Dunkin' Maple Sugar Bacon Breakfast Sandwich is the perfect blend of maple and smoked bacon in every bite. Enjoy a fluffy egg, melted Swiss cheese, and sweet caramelized maple sugar smoked bacon, all stacked on a warm, flaky croissant. Make it a combo with lightly seasoned hash browns and your favorite freshly brewed Dunkin' coffee. Tap into maple flavor today at Dunkin'. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
Refined style with elegant taste. Then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video. Wanna step out and look great? Then fine threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste. Then fine threads is your place. Is your place. Is your place.
Is your 2023 goal to move into your own home? Well, future homeowner, enjoy another payday. Build or buy a home with financing from CIBC First Caribbean, and you'll receive cash back every month for 1 year. A home is one of your greatest investments, so secure one soon. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/homeowners payday for more info. Offer valid from January 9 through to March 31, 2023. Terms and conditions apply.
Play with Island Games, we making dreams come true. Play with Island Games, we paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market, you getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy, and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first, guaranteed to pay. Island Games, we like them other jokers, we've been here from the start, from the bike to computer. Island Games, we gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
Juicy fried chicken, mashed potatoes with gravy, and a hot buttery biscuit for only $5. That's genius! Part of the KFC Genius menu, the KFC $5 snack box delivers on flavor and value. Need to feed more than one? KFC's Great Picks has got you covered. Packed with 4 thighs and 4 legs, fried to golden perfection, plus 4 buttery biscuits for only $20. More genius! Hungry for deals? The Genius Menu at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Locked to the Friday, February 10th edition of Talking Heads. We are live, Duncan Carmichael location, getting it in. And I got a little FYI for you, because I like to keep you in the know and get you where you want to go. And of course, we're going to get to the break in short order. And of course, in the 5 o'clock hour, kicking off the top of the 5 o'clock hour, we got the news for you. And then we'll be talking sports in the 5 o'clock hour. I'll be joined by Pearlie and Peter Rahim, and we'll be talking our Super Bowl edition. Yeah, all about the Super Bowl today. Definitely going into the weekend. It's all about the Super Bowl this weekend, so that's what we'll be chopping it up about in the 5 o'clock hour. But right now, like I told you, I got a little FYI for you. Always like to keep you in the know and get you where you want to go. And like I said, we're live at Duncan Carmichael, getting it in. And Duncan's got some new menu items going on as well. Texas, I see you texting. They come to you all right now. Just give me a second. Let me pay the bills. You know what I mean? Let me get the money right. All right? And don't forget, like I said, Duncan's got that brand new Italian mozzarella chicken sandwich, all right? It's loaded with juicy chicken, marinara sauce, pesto, pesto sauce, a little drizzle right there to flavor it up. And it's all topped off with melted cheese and served on a warm, flaky croissant, all right? Get it by itself, get it as a combo, but it's all good. And don't forget the bagel minis at Dunkin' as well, the new stuffed bagel minis. Cream cheese stuffed everything bagel, and the cream cheese stuffed plain bagel and the bagel minis. So you definitely want to check them out. They're all good as well. Now, as I get into the global warming real quick, all brought to you, of course, by KFC Nassau. Got to remind you that they're doing big things as well. Yes. Get ready for some football, and it's going on right now. Perfect and just in time for the Super Bowl. KFC scores big with the game day wings. Enjoy 12 saucy wings in your choice of barbecue, classic buffalo, or mango habanero sauce for only $14. Touchdown at KFC when it's all finger-licking good all day. All right, and it's going on all weekend long, all through the Super Bowl, so you definitely got to check out your favorite KFC Nassau location on all of that goodness. And right now, let's check out what's heating up the planet in 60 seconds or less. Like I said, all brought to you by KFC Nassau. And boy, where do we start? Steve Harvey and Family Feud will be around through 2026 thanks to a contract extension. And former adult film star Ron Jeremy has been committed to a state mental hospital in California after being found incompetent to stand trial on rape and other charges. He could be there as long as 2 years. They're saying Rihanna has changed the set list of her Super Bowl halftime show 40 times so far. It was 39, but she just changed it again. Legendary songwriter Burt Bacharach, who is behind hits like Walk On By, Do You Know the Way to San Jose, and I Say a Little Prayer, has died. He died of natural causes on Wednesday at the age of 94. He's also an 8-time Grammy winner and 3-time Oscar winner. What else? Oh, this is kind of interesting. A USA Today investigation showed that only half of the money raised by Russell Wilson's Why Not You Foundation actually goes to charity. Between 2014 and 2021, less than half of the foundation's revenue has gone towards services in 5 of 8 of those years. And this according to the Washington Secretary of State. Very interesting there. James Corden's Late Late Show is going to be replaced with a game show reboot of Comedy Central's at midnight. All right, what else is going on? Bryan Cranston says there are talks underway about a Malcolm in the Middle reboot. Interesting. And finally, Christina Applegate says that the upcoming SAG Awards will probably be her last award show as she continues to battle MS. The SAG Awards are on February 26th and will be broadcast on Netflix YouTube channel. Ah, boy. Feel for Christina. She's going through a lot. All right. That's a wrap right there on your global warming. We're heating up the planet in 60 seconds. And that's all brought to you, of course, by KFC Nassau. All right. It's 4:58. We're going to get up into the news at the top of the hour at 5 o'clock. Real quick, let me check the text lines, see what my text has got to say. Naughty, are these the same not paying attention to get us behind in the first place? Hey, the money, read that one already. Okay, hey, Naughty, but notice the judge said nothing can be touched in Nassau. Now, wait a minute. The judge said it can be touched in Nassau, providing you prove to the court that it is a health risk. So once a shantytown in New Providence has been proven to be a health risk, it can be demolished. And right now, in Abaco, green light. And as long as we maintain and stay in accordance with the human rights protocols we've signed internationally, get the job done. What risk to public health? How about it's breaking building code laws and housing laws? Yes, that may be the case, but if they're asking for public health, well, obviously, if there's no plumbing, that's a risk right there. If you don't have proper plumbing and running water, and you're using outhouses and latrines, that's a public health risk right there on multiple levels, and it could mess up the water tablet as well. And if you're not up to code, you could burn down. So there's multiple levels that this could be looked at. Naughty, now the text, I could read your text, but this your text. And if the good judges listening, Your Honor and Your Worship, I'm just reading the text. Naughty, this is a misguided judge. She's wasting our country's time and money. How do you all really feel? Well, I guess we'll find out, on the next episode. Because we're about to get to the news now. So we're going to get to the news in the top of the 5 o'clock, and we'll be talking sports when we return right here on the Friday, February 10th edition of Talking Heads. We're live. Duncan Carmichael. Don't touch it.
This is Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by BTC, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, CNC Hardware Locksmithing, Dunkin' Donuts, Fine Threads, First Caribbean Bank, Island Wholesale, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, J.S. Johnson, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, and Tropical Gyros.
96.9 FM. The Friday, February 10th edition continues. We are live. Duncan Carmichael getting it in. And it is the Friday edition. And like I said, Duncan doing big things. You got to definitely check them out. And we have Peter and Purdy. They'll be zooming in a second. Mr. Producer, I'll tell you when to let them in. I just got to get today in sports history out of the way from Naughty Johnny's, and then we could open it up for them, all right? But like I said, we're live at Duncan Carmichael. And Duncan's doing big things, man. Man, Duncan doing big things, all right? You definitely want to check out their brand new Italian mozzarella chicken sandwich. It's loaded with juicy chicken marinara chicken. All right, the chicken's off the chain. You got the marinara sauce, a general drizzle of pesto sauce, and it's all topped off with melted cheese and served on a warm, flaky croissant. So you definitely want to check that out at your favorite Duncan today. Downtown Bay Street, Paradise Island, Palmdale, Bernard Road with a drive-through, East Street South with a drive-through, Carmichael where we're live, and out there at the airport, pre-clearance and post-clearance. So no reason for you not to be running on Duncan. All right. So let's get up into it. Like we set it off each and every day in the 5 o'clock hour today in sports history, all brought to you, of course, by Naughty Johnny's. Well, we're the trip out there to the Old Fort Shopping Plaza with Naughty Johnny's. Don't forget, today is Friday, happy hour, 5 to 7 p.m. Definitely check that out. And don't forget, tomorrow, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast starting at 9 a.m. So you definitely want to take that out, take advantage of that. Give them a call, as a matter of fact, 377-7776. See what they got going on for you all weekend long, including the Super Bowl out there at Naughty Johnny's. And on this day, February 10th in sports history, 1920, Major League Baseball representatives allowed pitches that involved tampering with the ball. Outlawed pitches. All right, they outlawed doctored balls. So you can throw no more spit balls or grease balls or cut the ball or none of that. 1946, Jackie Robinson and Rachel Isom were married. 1961, the American Football League's Los Angeles franchise was transferred to San Diego. 1971, Bill White of the New York Yankees became the first black baseball announcer. 1972, 1972, Jim Beatty became the first American to break the 4-minute barrier for the indoor mile. 1992, Mike Tyson was convicted in Indianapolis of raping Desiree Washington, a Miss Black America contestant. 2003, Brett Hull, the Detroit Red Wings, became the 6th player in NHL history to score at least 700 career goals. In 2005, the NHL and the Players Association broke off talks after 2 days. The previous day's Commissioner Gary Bettman had said that the deal would need to be ready by the weekend to save the season, and it didn't. So that was a fiasco in 2005. All right, sports quote of the day. It ain't over until it's over. Yogi Berra. And today in sports history, well, that's a wrap on that. It is over. Pick up the Naughty Johnny's. Be sure to check them out, the happy hour at 5 to 7 tonight. All right? And let's slide on in right now to the home court, who are what's making headlines in our local sports scene. All brought to you, of course, by Burger King Nassau. And be sure to check out Burger King Nassau. They got that meat Whopper going on, as well as the plant-based Whopper. It's all good. All right, Mr. Producer, do we have Peter and Pearlie ready to chime in? I know Peter's available. Waiting to hear from Pearlie. So if we got Peter, let Peter in for me and keep me posted as far as Pearlie goes. We got Peter?
Hey there, Naughty.
Hey, what's going on, Peter? It's
I read
it's Super Bowl weekend, buddy.
Because just because Yankees aren't playing baseball doesn't mean that there's not baseball activities going on. And I read an article that says the Yankees are expected to make another swing at Manny Machado in 2024 because he is expected to opt out of his contract with the Padres.
Wow,
that's interesting, isn't it? That's it, because that would be him with everybody else they got. Ooh, that would be something.
I'd like to see Manny there. Don't get me wrong, but I'd also like to see some more pitching there, Peter. Pitching always is our undoing.
Well, but
Manny would look good in pinstripes.
I think we're pretty good. Look at the order. We got Cole. We got Nestes. Nestes is the number 3 guy now. We picked up the fella from the Giants. He's a number 2 guy. So I think, then you got Severino, good number 4 guy.
I'm a hog when it comes to pitching. You can never have enough pitching.
I agree, but I think you and I will both agree. Pitchers look better when they're in the right place in the rotation. Like a number 3 guy having to be the number 2 guy isn't going to look as good as when he is in the number 3 spot. Right?
That is true.
So I think you got Nestes at number 3. I think that's a solid number 3. Fulton's a solid number 1. The fella I can't remember. I think it's about, forget his name for Giants. He's a good number 2. Severino's a good number 4. So just by getting everybody where they're supposed to be, really, really helps. Like I'll use another sport. Use the Dallas Cowboys as an example. Michael Gallup rating as the number 1 wide receiver isn't the best thing for him. He can get it done, but he's not going to be the best place. His best place is the number 2 wide receiver. But see, have a number 1 wide receiver. That just optimizes everyone you got. So I think we're in great shape with the Yankees. I'm looking forward to seeing the Lakers play with their new squad. It almost feels like they have a totally new team. And then, of course, we got the Super Bowl. We got the best roster in the NFL versus the best player in the NFL on Sunday.
Yeah, we got all of that to talk about when we get who's in, who's out, brought to you by Tropical Gyros. But right now, let's look at the local scene. And listen, last night in Miami, the Heat fell. The Pacers fell to the Heat, but Buddy dropped 29 points in that 116-111 loss. But to see Buddy Hield and Jazz Chisholm at courtside in that game taking that picture speaks volumes.
Come a long way, but the guys laid the foundation. Sweet Bells and those guys were there, at the beginning, putting the foundation for Bahamian sports in North America. So, we're just blessed that the Bahamas continues to enjoy such a legacy because it's not over. The sun hasn't set on Bahamian sports. We have a long way to go, and we're doing well.
And we got more coming through the pipeline, and I think that's why we have to really invest in youth sports in this country, because you can't just let the pipeline end here.
Don't forget the pipeline. The wide receiver for the Colts, he's a Bahamian. I think he's probably their number
Mike
2
Strawn.
He's there. I think there's another fella coming out. Should be coming out in a couple of years. So all
and
sports.
Guess what? We got. In addition to that, I know we got a Bahamian playing on the Chiefs. Cornerback.
Yep. We had.
Gotta put up his name right now.
A few years ago, we got Tariano Johnson, who was a very good boxer. He was on the world stage for a little while. And I'm expecting the Bahamas to come up with a bobsled team for the next Winter Olympics. That's how we're going.
Well, you never know. Jamaica did it. Why not us?
And I would not be shocked. In fact, I fully expect the bobsled team to be spearheaded by St. Andrews. I'm just saying. It seems
No,
like a
sir.
St. Andrews type thing.
No, sir. You got to get ex-track athletes. We got to go with SAC for that. I hate to say it, but we got to go with SAC for that.
Okay, I mean, I'm thinking high altitude, you can need guys with, and women and men with, really good cardiovascular. That's swimming. That's you guys.
You just trying to say people who used to being in the snow and the cold? No.
I mean, geez, the oxygen is thinner up there, right? So you can need people who could, process air at a better, more efficient rate. So, okay, we'll give it to SAC. I look forward to the Big Red Machine bobsled team. Next Winter Olympics is what, 2026? Okay, 2026.
So we got to keep our eye peeled on that.
We'll see. We'll see what we can do. Which reminds me, just a kind of a tangent here. Is there a Bahamian? If there should be a Bahamian comedian Hall of Fame or something like that.
But they could get to that.
I was just wondering.
I'm sure.
You should be in
but
there.
You got to do it. You got to do it right, though. You got to look at from the inception, from where it is, from where it started, to where it is now. Because we had a couple of predecessors come before me that need to get their kudos, and there's some that's come after me that need to get their kudos. And I've been holding it down for 25 years, local and internationally, so I got to get mine. So it's all good. I think it's safe to say I'm a first ballot Hall of Famer if we did a comedy Hall of Fame in this country.
Are you going to be unanimous? I don't know. You got a couple of haters out there.
No, man. As long as you have haters, that means you're relevant. If you don't have haters, you nobody.
I'm saying
you look at all the Hall of Famers in there. I guarantee you they got a ton of people who still hate them because they broke their heart one way or another. And if you happen to be the brunt of a joke because you was heckling in the audience, well, I guess you're going to hate on me too then.
I say you might get in like Griffey, who Griffey had a few people voted against him, and all the writers were like, who the hell voted against Griffey? You might get in like that. Be like, who the hell voted against Naughty? Did you vote against Naughty just to be the guy who voted against Naughty? Is that why you did it? The
bottom line is, with my body of work when it comes to that, I am an undeniable first ballot Hall of Famer.
I agree.
You forget I got the hardware to match. I got the stats and the rings.
Well, what I like about your
I'm
jokes,
a hard one to argue against.
You're an equal opportunity comedian. You bash all political parties. You just go
every last one. And every sports team not called the Dallas Cowboys, the Los Angeles Lakers, or New York Yankees.
Every sports team, you bash, every you go after SAC, you go after QC. You don't go after St. Andrews. I mean, you got to be loyal to somebody, right?
No, you've heard me. You haven't heard me go after St. Andrews, but I gone after them.
I've never heard a St. Andrews joke, so
I'm comfy in my skin, Peter.
So
now we got to figure out a Hall of Fame for you.
What Michael Foster said. Michael Foster said that when I was in the CAFL, he said Peter is the International Player of the Year, and he wins that award every year. And I think it was Nile, the quarterback, said, "But isn't Peter the only international player in the league?" I was like, "Hey, dude, don't hate. I'll take the award. I'm happy." So whatever Hall of Fame I get, I'll take it.
I don't think they give you enough credit, because I heard during your time in the CAFL, you used to play 3 positions at once. You used to play guard, center, and tackle. You used to sit on the center of the bench, guard the water, and tackle anybody who came near it. Any truth to that?
You got to guard the water, because if you don't, all the water's gone by halftime. So
you know what? You
got to stay hydrated.
Are right next to Bobby Boucher in the Waterboy Hall of Fame.
I'll take it. I'm looking forward. I've been asking around, but apparently you played in the era before smartphones, so there's not any footage I've been able to find of Larry Pigeon.
No. That's where you're wrong. Don't worry about the smartphone. You had beta and VHS. And you could colorize them and adapt them for digital today. I'll send you the links.
I want to see this. Those who don't know, I didn't know for a long time, but Naughty was quite the sharpshooter. He was a sniper out there. He used to terrorize many a basketball court in New Providence. And his nickname was Larry Pigeon.
There were several nicknames, Peter. There was Larry Pigeon. There was Vinny Del, short for Vinny Del Negro. All right? There was Petrovich for a minute. Tribute to the late Drazen Petrovich. You see what I'm saying?
This is high
Plenty
praise.
would have said Vinny Del for sure.
This is high praise.
All right. Purdy there. I didn't know Purdy was in. You all should have told me Purdy was in, man. What's going on, Purdy?
I've been trying to say a word for the longest, and y'all running on with jokes on St. Andrews and Sac. I'm like, okay, I'll wait for y'all to finish.
Well, I didn't know you were in. I didn't know you were in. I'd have told you to come get some too.
Peter, the air fryer jokers only belongs to Naughty. Leave it alone. It only belongs to Naughty.
Well, I'm not far from your house, so I'm hoping you're cooking something to pass by for a snack. That's all I'm saying.
But we were talking Hall of Fame. And in a short order, like a meteor, Pearly has risen to the Air Fryer Hall of Fame.
I'm working on it.
I can only imagine what a smorgasbord of air fryer delights will be out for consumption this Super Bowl weekend in Pearly's residence.
Oh, working on it. It's going to be really good stuff.
Any gals gonna be
I know
there?
some honey glaze could be in there somewhere.
Of course.
Any gals
All right.
be there, Earl?
That's the most
Super Bowl party?
Yeah.
Earl?
I said yes, Peter.
Oh, okay. So I expect nothing less from you. The gal's gonna be at Earl Super Bowl party. I'll have to pass by.
But these are real football fans, though. So these ain't guys you coming to cut up with, because if you don't know what you're talking, they can put you in your place.
Sound like you're gonna have a house full of Dolphin fans.
No. I have actually a Patriot fan, a Dolphin fan. Who else?
You know I can make a
Dolphin
cameo
fan.
so you have a Cowboy fan there.
Yeah, we'll have a Cowboy fan.
So one of your guests doesn't have a problem with cheaters. A Dolphin fan is she's a loyal person.
But actually,
You got
the
a Barry
person is
Hill
a
who-
Patriot fan. The person actually is a Tom Brady fan. Let's
She's
be
not
real there.
Okay, so so she's looking for a ring, and the Dolphin fan isn't expecting a ring soon.
Peter, two words. Two words. Unfortunately, one of them I can't say on radio.
Really? What is it? Is it too many letters to pronounce? Or is it...
No. One, the IRCA will not allow them to do that.
Oh, come on. We got a boy up at IRCA now. What's his name?
Yeah. But, the second word is you. All right? The second word is you.
Earl, it's okay. I love you too.
Can we get into some sports? I'm anxious about the Super Bowl.
Right. That's what I want to talk to you all about. Couple of things before we talk about the game. Now, Pearly, you've been following it. I know, Peter, you've been following it. And you know I was going to talk about this because there's certain individuals in sports, two in particular, Michael Irvin and Kobe Bean Bryant, Lord bless the dead, R.I.P. Mamba. You know I can fight you for them, right? And again, for all of y'all jumping up in social media, locally and internationally, oh, Michael gone back to his old habits and his old ways. The man could not be an Emmy Award-winning broadcaster and journalist. No, an analyst, not journalist. Broadcaster and analyst for the last 14 years on ESPN and NFL Network, where he does have to take drug tests in his contract if he was back to his old habits. So that's a cheap cop-out.
I want people.
But if you look at the case, but if you look at it now, Pearly, it looks like there's a lot of extenuating circumstances there.
Yes.
And it looks like Michael is going to defend himself vehemently because he's now issued, and his lawyers have taken out $100 million lawsuit against the accuser and the hotel. Because if you look at the reports, this reeks of a setup, of a cancel culture move.
Yes. And he's going to win his lawsuit as well.
And at some point, I think the NFL Network and ESPN needs to make a public apology when the smoke clears about this.
Yes.
And do the right thing by Mike.
Yes, I agree 100%. I just keep saying yes, but I agree.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen. You know how they go. Don't want to issue an apology.
No.
But
if you look at the case,
I wouldn't think it's never going to happen. This ain't about that never happen. There's a possibility.
Michael Irvin is the third. He's the third best Dallas Cowboy on the air.
Ooh.
Excuse me?
Two better ones.
Excuse me?
Ones?
Let me tell you something. Watch yourself there, Peter. Ed, who's the other two? If you can say Romo, Mr. I almost dropped the N-bomb on national TV, that eliminates him. I don't care how cool he is with Des Bryant. He still can't say that.
No, wait. I think, boy, is he? I think he could be the fourth. Number one is Troy Aikman. Second is Tony Romo. The third is the Moose. Isn't the Moose on the air? Or is it the tight end?
And see, the sad thing about it is, for all the little pop shots that you taking at Mike, he been on longer than all of them with more awards.
Hey, come in.
Hold on. He's better than Troy. How is he better than Troy?
But guess what, Peter? Peter, this way you wrong again. Those are in-game color analysts and play-by-play commentators. Michael Irvin is a studio guy, a pregame guy, and does it from the studio. And when you break down his analysis, nobody breaks down the wide receiver or tight end position better than Michael in the game. And sitting right next to him, who's better than Troy, and I hate to say it, better than Romo and Johnson, is Kurt Warner. See, the studio crew wipes the floor with the in-game crew, if you really want to break it down.
I'm not going to I'm going Cowboy versus Cowboy. I'm going Cowboy Civil War here.
But they do different things, Peter. But anyway, we digress. The bottom line is Michael Irvin will be vindicated in all of this.
He will be.
No, he's got a Michael Irvin jersey in his closet. Yes.
I got 4 Irvin jerseys, including the Living Legend one, and the underwear, and the socks. Okay? And then I got the UM collection as well, too.
You may not be objective. You might not be objective in this. You may be a bit biased.
Biased what? It could be anybody in this situation right now. I go back for him the same way. But I go a little bit harder because it's Mike.
Yes, Earl, what is it?
Why are you picking with intentions? You're being very facetious.
Because Peter has embraced this role and Skip Bayless on this show.
I wish a certain Dan Marino had a longer studio career because I enjoyed listening to Dan Marino. And I am a bit upset that he left.
But obviously, when you get a consultancy job from the organization, you don't need to be on air.
Well, I guess that's true too. But I did enjoy him, and I met him when he was here a few years ago, and hell of a guy, just good energy, good vibes, and just I can see why Earl loves him so much. He's just fantastic individual. But I missed him in the now I know Arnauty has an issue with Romo's commentary lately, but
no,
what do you say?
If I got to defend Mike, I can defend Mike. And Romo almost dropped the N-bomb a couple times.
What'd you say? You said, it seems so amazing to me that Romo's got all these great ideas about breaking down defenses when he couldn't do that when he was playing quarterback for us.
But listen, you know what they say? Those who can do, and those who can't analyze or broadcast. I can't sing, so why do you think I introduced music all them years on the morning show? Because I can't sing. I can't play quarterback, but I can talk about quarterback.
Doesn't Romo
That's why you here too, Peter. You can't play quarterback, but you can talk about it.
But doesn't Romo hold some Dallas Cowboy records, like most consecutive 300-yard games or something like that? Doesn't he hold some records?
He may. He also got a record of 3 straight seasons where he got a 1-1 game at the end of the season to get us to the playoffs, and he lost.
He was no Drew Henson. I mean, the guy balled out for years. He stabilized the position. I never got the Tony Romo hate. I never got it. You know, I never understood that.
I'm at a place right now, like today. Somebody told me, hey, Naughty, look, Zach won NFL Man of the Year. And you know what I said? It's not a Lombardi. I don't care. But anyway, It's 5:30. Here we go. Off of Michael Irvin, on to the game. Now, Pearly, who you like this Sunday? I want your take. Then I want Peter, and then we gonna hit me.
I honestly think Kansas City can take it. I just think Patrick Mahomes is probably the best quarterback of the two. Probably the best player on the field on Sunday, and he just finds a way to win. I think the aura of first time in the Super Bowl for Hurts and those guys are going to play a factor, and I think the experience that Mahomes brings to the table is going to be the factor. Now, the key is, if that offensive line holds up and stops that mad rush that Philadelphia has, they'll be all right. If Philadelphia is able to rush the quarterback and sack him a bunch of times, there may be a different outcome.
Now, Pearly, with you. That's an interesting point you made about the sacks. You know that Philadelphia led the league in sacks with something like 78, but you know who was second? Kansas City with 74.
Yeah.
So, got to take that into consideration as well. Peter, what's your take?
I agree with everything Earl said. I want to add to that. Just everything he said, and just add just one thing. Both teams have, we're going to say, equal pass rushes. We'll equalize that. So it comes down, like Earl said, to the quarterbacks. And who is better at improvising? I think it's Mahomes. I really think it's Mahomes. And when I went back and I watched Dallas versus Philadelphia, and the Dallas quarterback, Dak Prescott, had success scrambling and completing passes against the Philly defense. So, and this goes back to, and so Mahomes can scramble and he can make it happen. So I think that's a big advantage. Philly dominates against quarterbacks who sit in the pocket, Brock Purdy type guys. Nothing against him, but he doesn't have that scrambling element. So I believe that Mahomes is going to be a close game. It may come down to a missed field goal, may come down to a missed extra point. I don't know. But I think Mahomes' ability to improvise nullifies that pass rush to some extent. And I expect the Chiefs to have over 100 yards of rushing in this game. I think Andy Reid's learned from his previous years around the football. I think, and he noticed he's gotten more into it. I think they established the run to try to, beat up that defensive line for Philadelphia and set up some easy passing plays and easy screen plays and quick throws from Mahomes. And I think if they can do that, they're going to win the game. So,
okay,
that's
score.
Oh yeah, boys, it's an offensive game. So I'd say 41-37.
Wow. All right, I say 31-17.
It's just too much talent. I mean, even like Juju Schuster is talented. Kelsey is talented. I mean, there's just so much talent. Mahomes is talented. You just got too much. I mean, defense can't focus on one guy. You can't focus. I mean, you got 11 players to focus on. That's tough. It's hard. And all the pass interference calls every 3 seconds. I just think it's going to be over 30 points. But I could be wrong. I was wrong with the 49er game. I could be wrong. Could be 31-17.
All right. Mr. Producer, check your WhatsApp. I got some info there for you. But Purdy, Peter, I hear what you're saying. And I think all of us are leaning toward Kansas City in this one, right?
I am. Yeah. I think 41-37 KC. I think it's a 4-point game.
Why I'm leaning toward Kansas City. All right? And here's the deal. I look at Andy Reid. When given 2 weeks to prepare for an opponent, he's 27-4 all time.
You said that.
I also look at Andy Reid taking on his old squad, the Philadelphia Eagles. I also look at the fact that Tom freaking Brady has now been retired, sent into that dog good night by my Dallas Cowboys. The league needs a new face, and they have it primed. They have Burrow and Mahomes in the AFC for that portion. And they got Hurts, possibly, and a couple of others on the NFC side waiting in the wings. But if you need a face of the NFL today to step in and replace Brady, there's only one guy, and his name is Patrick Mahomes. Look at the body of work. Look at how, in some cases, they say the officials are now treating Mahomes like Brady. Here we are. So I couple all of those things, I add all those things together, and coupled with the fact that the Kansas City Chiefs have had 74 sacks this year, which is no chopped liver. Spagnuolo has been there not once but twice with the Giants and beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. There's nothing he's scared of in this game. I like Kansas City from a defensive standpoint and from an offensive standpoint football with Isaiah Pacheco, and who I'm going to go on record and say is my dark horse MVP candidate, running back Jerick McKinnon could actually be your dark horse MVP. All right? Now, I like Kansas City in this game. I like Philadelphia to be in it. It's going to be back and forth. 31-30. Buchner with the field goal late in regulation because Mahomes gets them down the field with a game-winning drive. They break the hearts of the Eagles 31-30 on a walk-off game-winning field goal. I like the Chiefs. But fellas, we got a little surprise for you today. Normally we do the rounds on Bahamas at sunrise every year, me and my sons. Sancho is a little under the weather today. Starboy is under the weather. But now we got your guy there, Pearly. Your homeboy, Minnie Kershaw, coming to the mic right now. We got Andoni with his Super Bowl prediction. So my youngest son bum rushing me at Duncan today. Who you got in the Super Bowl, champ?
Got the Eagles, man.
And why do you like the Eagles?
Because they're a good team in general. They proved they're not pretenders. They proved they're not going to go there and lose the Super Bowl. They proved they came to win and they want to win.
Now, who are some of the players that we should keep an eye on from Philadelphia's side? Because we covered Kansas City. Obviously, you rolling with Philly.
There's one name I need to say. Devontae Smith. He is so underrated. I remember when he got drafted, they thought he wasn't going to do nothing because he was too... 100-plus yards and 2 touchdowns. That's what I...
That's your MVP?
That's my MVP.
And what's your score for the game?
You know I got to go 33-30. Eagles. You know that.
And who's your brother pulling for? He under the weather today. Who he pulling for?
He pulling for the Chiefs. He going 30-26. The Chiefs come out and win it.
Now, as nice as you can, shout out Uncle Pearly.
Shout out Uncle Pearly. You know the Yankees still the best. You know. I got to represent.
And Peter like that too. There you go. All right, now go and go eat your donuts. So there you have it, man. We come full circle on this one, man. I tell you, I hang out with y'all for too much longer. I got in retirement.
Don't come to my corner today.
Oh, we can pass that now because he done laughing talking, but we got to drive by Pearly.
Just bring some coffee when you come in here.
Not a problem, man. But we'll get to the break now. And on the flip side of the break, we'll get to the wrap-up. We got a special from Rich Eisen today, as well as Dan Patrick, kind of reuniting Eisen and Patrick together one more time from their ESPN days for their take on the Super Bowl. So we'll be back to wrap it up on the flip side of the break. We're live, Duncan Carmichael, and we'll be back as the Friday, February 10th edition of Talking Heads continues right after this.
It's a new year, and you're super excited to start the year off right. You've made your New Year's resolutions, doing more exercising, healthier eating, saving more, making better decisions and all that. If you have information or products that encourages healthy living, promotes sound financial decisions, or even promotes a positive lifestyle, one smart decision is to advertise in the Nassau Guardian's Health and Wise supplement. So if you're a physician, speech, massage, or physiotherapist, own a gym, nutritional deli, or restaurant, does your financial, insurance institution, or credit institution have the plan for investing wisely? Then that information should be in the Nassau Guardian's Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise supplement. One low price gives you an ad in the supplement, plus 15 30-second commercials. Interviews also available on Star 106 Hits, Guardian Radio, and Hot 91. Contact your account executives or the Nassau Guardian now. Start the new year right in the Nassau Guardian's Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise supplement.
juicy fried chicken, mashed potatoes with gravy, and a hot buttery biscuit for only $5. That's genius! Part of the KFC Genius menu, the KFC $5 snack box delivers on flavor and value. Need to feed more than one? KFC's Great Picks has got you covered. Packed with 4 thighs and 4 legs, fried to golden perfection, plus 4 buttery biscuits for only $20. More genius! Hungry for deals? The Genius Menu at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
Refined style with elegance, then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video. Wanna step out and look great? Then fine threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. Is your place. Is your place.
When I had got prostate cancer, my family didn't know if I was going to live. At Cancer Treatment Centers of America, within days, I got an appointment. They presented me with treatment options, and we set up a robotic prostatectomy. When my scans came back, there are no signs of cancer. They don't see you as a number, they see you as a part of the family. I'm going on with my life. That's a real gift.
Call us at Cancer Treatment Centers of America.
Play with Island Games. We making dreams come true. Play with Island Games. We paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market. You getting cash in your pocket. See, and Quincy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first. Guaranteed to pay. Island Games. We like them other jokers. We've been here from the start. From the bike to computer. Island Games. We gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
Is your 2023 goal to move into your own home? Well, future homeowner, enjoy another payday. Build or buy a home with financing from CIBC First Caribbean, and you'll receive cash back every month for 1 year. A home is one of your greatest investments, so secure one soon. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/homeowners payday for more info. Offer valid from January 9 through to March 31, 2023. Terms and conditions apply.
Experience a flavor explosion with the new Italian mozzarella chicken sandwich from Dunkin'. Loaded with juicy chicken, marinara sauce, a generous drizzle of pesto sauce, all topped off with melted cheese and served on a warm, flaky croissant. Made to order all day long, the Dunkin' Italian combo includes a bag of baked lays and a freshly brewed iced tea. Enjoy a taste of Italy in every bite. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Heads, the Friday, February 10th edition continues right now. We're getting ready to wrap things up here at Duncan Carmichael. Real quick, Pearly, I coming to you right now to wrap. And Donnie, what you got left for me, man? You trying to take over my show? You really trying to put me into retirement? What you got for me?
One more thing to say. This Super Bowl is going to be the first Super Bowl where there are 2 black quarterbacks starting. I feel like I need to say that. But
History in the making.
History in the making. But another sad thing that hit me today, Emmitt Smith thinks the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl.
Emmitt's an old homer. He's staying in the NFC East.
It hurts my heart. And also, we got Rihanna at the halftime show. Can't deny her beauty. But before we finish it, shout out to Buddy Hield, 2 Bahamian superstars in their 2 individual sports. Josh Chisholm doing great things in the MLB, Buddy Hield doing great things in the NBA.
And you met both of them. That's your 2 homeboys right there.
Yeah, Pearly, you heard what I said.
All right, Pearly. There you go. And that's good stuff right there. And Andoni, I think Emmitt Smith went with the Eagles because at the end of the day, he's an old NFC East legend, old NFC East homer, so he's staying at home. Now, Pearly, I want you to enjoy your weekend, bro. I want you to love yourself in the Super Bowl. I can swing through and, grab a toe to plate. But guess what we got to talk about come Monday? We got to give credit to Rob Pelinka and the job he did of rebuilding the Lakers. At least on paper, it looked like you got something to work with.
Well, listen, Perkins said finally they allowed Pelinka to do his job. And he said, and this is how he ended his monologue. He said, no team, none of the top teams in the Western Conference won't play the Lakers in the playoffs.
None. But guess what?
So,
You know it's coming if we make a run, right?
yep.
Anyhow, I just want us to be stocked for the future. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We could make a run
I
2
believe
years
so.
from now.
I think so.
LeBron don't need no more rings in LA.
Yeah, we got to get one more because, I want to win. So I gave one more because I want to win.
Anyhow, you have to reason with me at Super Bowl and convince me on that one, okay?
All right.
Anyway, enjoy your Super Bowl weekend, Pearly. I appreciate you. Peter already had a debate. We appreciate you, Peter. And everybody who chimed in today. Good stuff, man. And enjoy your Super Bowl weekend. Do it safely, do it wisely, do it responsibly, and have fun. And if you can't be good at it. Rich Eisen, Dan Patrick taking us home. We see you on Monday.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. Whatever the occasion, John's is confident you will find what you're looking for among our always growing collection of amazing and trendy styles. We cover women, men, children, the whole family. Together with John's great prices and helpful and friendly customer service, your experience in shopping with us will be time well spent. Too busy to come in store? Shop with us online. www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on in today at John's, where we put fashion at your feet.
We're good for you. Whether your business is in store, on the go, or both, let Fidelity work with you to maximize your customers' payment options with a fixed or mobile terminal so that you never miss a sale. It's safer than cash and more convenient so that you can take your business anywhere. For details, contact a business development officer today at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport, or visit our website at fidelitygroup.com.
Want to be the MVP of the party for the big game this year? Win cash? Just take your favorite Frito-Lay chips, Cheetos, or Tostitos and salsa to the party, and you will be the MVP and have a chance to win cash. All you have to do is purchase any large Frito-Lay chips, Tostitos, salsa, or Cheetos from participating grocery stores. Think you can throw the football? Come and play the Throw and Win game this Saturday, February 11th, 1 to 3 p.m. at Solomon Super Center. Just throw the football through the uprights to win instant prizes. Frito-Lay chips distributed by Island Wholesale.
Experience a flavor explosion with the new Italian mozzarella chicken sandwich from Dunkin', loaded with juicy chicken, marinara sauce, a generous drizzle of pesto sauce, all topped off with melted cheese and served on a warm, flaky croissant. Made to order all day long, the Dunkin' Italian mozzarella chicken sandwich combo includes a bag of baked lays and a freshly brewed iced tea. Enjoy a taste of Italy in every bite. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
What's more likely?
Never say never, but never.
All right, Chris, let's go.
Hey, you guys know the Super Bowl's coming up in a couple days?
It is a big game.
Hey.
It is a large game.
Chiefs, Eagles, Rich, what's more likely? Patrick Mahomes cements his Hall of Fame status, or Jalen Hurts silences all critics forever?
This is just another way of you trying to say who's going to win the Super Bowl.
Absolutely not.
I say Jalen Hurts silences all critics forever.
Woo.
That's what I say. That we will see him play and we will never hear another criticism from him about him ever again. And Mahomes may also, by the way, cement his legacy at the same time as a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Both could happen.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm telling you what's going to happen in terms of the final score as you're hunting and pecking using a what's more likely construct. I'm going to say what's more likely is that Hurts silences all critics in this game.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Not the answer you're looking for?
All right, here we go. A little negative here, but it's all good. What's more likely? Andy Reid mismanaged the clock late in the game, as it's happened time to time, or Nick Sirianni loves to go for it on fourth down. He botches a crucial fourth down attempt.
he botches it.
Well, I mean,
How will
his
he botch it?
decision to go for it is the wrong one.
I just think that, a coach who likes to go for it a lot and the team somehow doesn't execute it, and we didn't blame it on the coach for making that decision. I'll go there. The Andy Reid clock management problems of, the 2005 Philadelphia Eagles,
Right.
those days are over, man. Those days are long gone. You're wondering, why isn't Andy calling a timeout here or there? So I would say what's more likely is that Sirianni tries for it on fourth down, it doesn't work, and we'll sit here and wonder why he did it.
Second guess. Yeah.
So.
All right, how about this? 2 Super Bowl records that I was looking at. A Twitter user hit me up.
Yes.
More likely to be broken. The longest quarterback rush for a touchdown, Colin Kaepernick, 15 yards. Or the longest field goal, Steve Christie, 54 yards back in 1994. Which is more likely to go down on Sunday?
I will say field goal. I'll say that's more likely to go down as the longest field goal. That we're indoors. We got ourselves, a game where it's tight and somebody's got to go for it, or it's right before the end of the first half is when I'll peg it. Somebody's just say, screw it. I'll go for a 58-yarder, a 60-yarder, and then that's how we're going to set a record. I just, I don't see these defenses giving up a run like that from a quarterback. Yeah. And I don't think Mahomes is going to take off. It would be Hurts more than anything else. I just don't see the Chiefs just getting gashed in that respect by Hurts. I think they'll shadow him, and they'll shadow him significantly enough. He might score a touchdown, but I just don't think from 16 yards out.
Couple of higher totals for you, Rich. What's more likely to be the higher total on Sunday? Travis Kelce touchdowns or Chris Jones sacks?
I'll say Kelce touchdowns. Multiple? I will say he scores twice.
Oh, baby.
How about that?
Okay.
So I'll say
that.
Yeah, so that's why it'll be larger than Chris Jones sacks. I'll take Kelce.
And here's another one for you. Higher total, more likely. Eagles rushing yards or Chiefs passing yards?
Wow. Jeez. I'll go Chiefs passing yards. I'll say that it's possible that Mahomes is going to have to come back in this game and he's going to sling it around. That's what I will do. I'll go Chiefs passing yards over Eagles rush yards. Obviously, if the Eagles wind up having a 200-yard rush day, this thing's not going to be a Chiefs Kingdom day.
Chiefs may not have the ball that much to throw for,
I know.
For more than yards. Okay, 2 more guys. MVP, what's more likely? That it's a quarterback or anybody else?
Oh, it's a quarterback. Come on. Yeah.
I don't know.
You know what's more likely?
If
the history of the Super Bowl?
If Hassan Reddick wrecks the game, he could be MVP.
I'm not saying it's impossible.
Miles
You're
Sanders.
saying what's more likely. Obviously, what's most likely is that the Super Bowl MVP is going to be a quarterback. And I understand we just said our last guest that was physically here was a running back who won Super Bowl MVP, but those days are fewer and further between. So what's your last one over there, Christopher? Oh, look at you.
All right, last one. Halftime show, guys. Halftime show. We know it's going to be Rihanna. But is it more likely to be Rihanna solo or multiple guest spots pop out?
Don't ask me. Ask the man 2 seats to your left. You did not go to the rehearsal last night? Or you heard somebody?
Hold on a minute. Tonight.
It's tonight.
Also, they do it multiple nights.
Okay.
Yes.
So, but you haven't heard from anybody this evening from last night?
No inside info, Mike? Come on now.
He does. He's got it. He just doesn't want to say.
He knows something.
He absolutely knows something.
Do you know something?
I am sworn to secrecy. So you're lying, is what
Come
you're saying.
on.
No, I'm sworn to secrecy.
Well, then essentially by saying no, that you're lying.
There's always extra people that come out for the halftime. I mean,
there's not.
Guys.
So that's what's more likely. Hold on. Can you put Del Tufo on camera? Put Del Tufo on camera, Mango. There you go. I'm going to say what's more likely is that Rihanna will not be solo for her entire halftime act.
Definitely 150,000% correct.
Okay, there you go. Okay. So I'm right.
Wow, there you go.
Thank you. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern for free. I don't know what to make of this game. I can't get a read on it because I just think either team can win. And I know that sounds like a cop-out, and I guess in advance I'm fronting, the answer to whatever question you might ask me when I'm on your show tomorrow. I can't get a read on it. Honestly, either team can win this one, and you could make a case for either one. Dan, I wonder what you think.
I think that we're afraid to give a coronation to the Eagles because you're still not quite sure about Jalen Hurts, and you're not sure if they can win in a shootout if it gets to that. You don't know anybody on the defensive line except for maybe Reddick. The offensive line is, Lane Johnson could be as good as anybody at his position, and Kelsey. It feels like they don't get enough attention because there's nothing exciting about them. It's just like, the Eagles keep winning. Now they squeak by, or they look great against this team. Kansas City is always fun. Everybody loves watching Kansas City. They do things that are different. And you got a Hall of Fame tight end, Hall of Fame coach, Hall of Fame quarterback, and Chris Jones is wonderful. So you have guys at least you know. The Eagles, I don't think America knows. Therefore, that's usually, I think we lean towards what we know as opposed to, I'm not quite sure about them. And even if you watch the Eagles, I still come away going, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But they're methodical in what they do. They even tell you, hey, we're going to run the football, and we're going to run it again. And they can do that. And, that's where I think it's debilitating. Imagine if they do that to Kansas City, keep that defense on the field, and just run the football. Take away Mahomes' opportunity so when he gets on the field, he's got to make something happen. And maybe put a little bit more pressure on him that way. And, I want to see what's going to happen if they move him off his spot and have him move around a little bit more and make it a little bit more miserable for him. But I would not be shocked if the Eagles won this and won by double digits.
Really? And that's, I hear you. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs won it by double digits. That's what I mean. It's just like, it's one of the matchups where, Mahomes can be unstoppable. Hurts can be unstoppable. Their run game in Philadelphia may be unstoppable,
It feels like Kansas City keeps teams in games. It doesn't feel like they put them away.
Right.
And therefore, I don't know. It felt like that all year long, that they just didn't blow them out. Or they would win, but you were still in the picture. And that's what I wonder what will happen. I wonder about the coaching with, Nick Sirianni against Andy Reid, how much that factors in. Eric Bieniemy has been here before, play calling. Mahomes, obviously, that experience. The Eagles got some guys who've obviously been in this, but you're talking about the skill position players who haven't. And we've all been on the field. I mean, that you can cut it, that tension that's there. And that's when big boys, step up and you go, that's why the greats are the greatest, because they do it in the moment there. And I still want to see, I'm rooting for Jalen Hurts to be great.
Me
that
too.
may sound strange.
No. Me too.
For that story.
Absolutely.
Because I think he's earned that. And you could make the case he's the MVP this year.
Oh, no question. If he didn't get hurt his last two starts, or those two starts in the final three, and he goes into Dallas, wins that game, and then the issues they had with Minshew on offense against the Saints don't materialize, and they finish on a win streak, and their only loss is against Washington. I don't even think we'd be talking about Mahomes, despite the remarkable offensive season they did have with him. And without Tyreek Hill, I think it would be Hurts. So are you leaning towards any team? I'm trying to glean. I've been spending last minute gleaning. What do you got? What do you think? I've been trying to glean.
I'm not.
Okay.
It's Tuesday. I'm not gleaning usually until Thursday.
Is that your glean? Is that gleaning day? Thursday is gleaning day for your Super Bowl week? Okay.
Yeah, gleaning day.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes I glean on Friday as well. But
great Costner movie, by the way. Gleaning Day is great. It's great.
I don't. I try not to make those predictions right away.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's going to change the point spread. The line is going to move.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm trying to put you down. We put you down for something. What do I put you down for? What do I put you down? This is the time I got you. What do I put you down?
Gleaning.
Okay, he's gleaning. Very good. By the way,
gleaning towards. the Eagles.
Okay, you're gleaning. There you go.
Yeah, you're
all
right,
right.
Dan.
That's what I figured. Okay.
Minus 1.5 right now, Dan.
Term. What?
Minus 1.5 right now.
Yeah, I know. I usually don't care about the point spread when it gets to the Super Bowl.
Just throw out the
team I
records.
think is going to win.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.